Hi, everyone.
Welcome back. Bonsoir.
Anyway, it's in the afternoon on Monday, October 31st. Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah, so we're just going to talk about this past week, our third week living in France, in Lyon. And this week was pretty chill.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
We didn't do a ton of stuff, but I mean, we're actually going to Portugal next week, so it's nice to have kind of a relaxed week before that.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice to just unwind and chill out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to go through the days. So on Monday, got back from our trip from Paris on the Sunday, so we had no food because none of the grocery stores in France are open on Sundays.
Mm-hmm.
Did I say got back from our trip from France, or did I say Paris?
I think you said Paris. We got back from Paris.
Okay. But we went grocery shopping, so nothing too exciting. But we also tried to dry our clothes. As we mentioned in the last video, we don't have a dryer, so we tried to hang up our clothes and dry them that way, but it was taking days for them to dry, so we created the oven, which is just a drying rack with a sheet behind the radiator.
And it works pretty well.
Sounds dangerous.
It does sound dangerous, but we make sure we turn it off when we leave and stuff like that. But it works pretty well. It dries the clothes, makes like a little oven, and yeah, I think it works well.
Yeah, it took a rewash of my jeans before they smelled.
Yeah, a lot of our clothing stank.
Yeah.
Really badly. Yeah.
But it's working now, so.
It is working now. And that's how we're drying our clothes currently. But yeah, Monday was pretty chill. Just went, got some groceries, and lounged around.
Yeah.
It's a pretty easy day.
Tuesday morning, we also hung around, just did some random stuff.
Got some breakfast, hung out. We had planned an activity later that night.
Yeah, there's this app called Meetup. It's kind of an app wherever you are. It's all over the world, I think, where people create groups, and you can join, usually for free, I guess. Sometimes there's fees and stuff. Yeah, so we went to go join a French-speaking group, so practicing French. That was really fun. I know a little bit more French than Kyle does, so
A lot more.
I think I benefited a little bit more than he did, because it said it was for absolute beginners too, but it really wasn't.
No, it was interesting.
So.
It's mainly it's for people who are new to Lyon specifically, and they just need to practice their French. Perhaps they live there, or they're an exchange student, or they're traveling. Yeah, everybody kind of gets in groups, and they sit around a table, and they just talk about what they do outside, or what they like to do for fun, all in French. And that was kind of hard for me, because I didn't really know how to pronounce stuff. I don't know, you just kind of have to go with the flow in those moments. But it was good.
Yeah.
It was interesting to just meet new people, I guess. And that's what we did. We did meet new people.
We made friends.
We did make friends. Yeah.
This girl came up to both of us after, and she wasn't in my group. She was in your group, right?
She was.
Yeah, so we split off into different groups, and she ended up being in Kyle's group. And she came up to us, and she was speaking to me in French, obviously struggling a little bit because neither of us were fluent, so I was also struggling a little bit, and she was basically asking to like swap numbers, but I was confused at first because I thought she was gonna ask Kyle out. I thought she was asking for his number, but then she's like, oh, like, would you guys want to go out with us, like go out with my boyfriend and I? And granted, we're both speaking French, neither of us are fluent, so it's kind of a difficult conversation, I guess.
But it's really good practice. It was cool to just kind of talk to another person in French and try to solve situations together
Yeah.
in a different language. And that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause we found out that she's from Argentina, so she doesn't speak any English. So that's why we were trying to communicate in French.
It was really cool.
Yeah. And we ended up walking with her to the metro. We took the metro to the center of Lyon, and we met up with her boyfriend. Fortunately, he spoke English, so we could have a little more. So he spoke French, English, and Spanish.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
Really nice. Really cool couple. Really nice. They took us to this Argentinian restaurant, and we got some empanadas and drinks, and yeah, met each other. It was very cool.
I had a good time. It was exciting to meet some people here and kind of go out with them.
Yeah.
So after only 3 weeks, which was nice, because I thought it would take us like a few months to at least make some friends.
I thought we'd never get friends, to be honest. But yeah, so that was
nice.
Yeah, we're really fortunate and really happy about that.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Yeah, and then that was Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Oh, so we kind of meal prepped this week by making burrito bowls and things. So we made a drink.
Yes.
It was basically, we wanted to find limeade, but we could only find lemonade, and we infused it with jalapenos and strawberries.
Yep.
And so we let that sit overnight the day before, and we wanted to mix it with tequila.
Yes.
So we were on the search for tequila on Wednesday because we went into this liquor store kind of by us, and we asked if they had any, and she's like, no. Like, tequila isn't very common in France.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, but she tried to help us. She looked up where we might be able to find it.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
Yeah, and we didn't find any tequila that day, right?
No, we did. Yeah, we went back to the grocery store because maybe we missed it, and we ended up finding some there.
Right, we did. So yeah, we got our tequila, a couple other groceries, a few more stuff, and
Mainly just chocolate.
yeah, mainly chocolate. We have a sweet tooth, but that's okay. And then I think we just had our drinks and...
Oh yeah, we watched House of the Dragon too.
Yes, we had our drinks, ate food, watched finished the first season of House of the Dragons, and...
Finished.
Yeah, it was nice. It's really nice being on, not having to do anything, because you could binge shows.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah.
Not being so busy with schedules, you can just get a season over with. So that was nice to get that done.
One thing we also didn't realize is that France doesn't have HBO.
Nope.
So we ended up having to get a VPN to be able to watch HBO and Hulu. And
Hulu, yeah.
all of
I
our
think
favorite shows.
and some restriction on Amazon Video too. But I think France gets Netflix and Disney Plus.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it.
Yeah. So kind of a bummer, but the VPN is pretty reasonably priced.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah. We're on the search for French SpongeBob for free.
Yes.
Bob l'Éponge.
Bob l'Éponge.
But we have yet to find it because it's pretty expensive on Amazon. So if anyone knows Bob l'Éponge for free, let us know in the comments below. Okay, so that was Wednesday. Yeah, so Thursday, pretty chill morning, made French toast with part of our baguette, so that was kind of fun. My pants were still smelly, so I had to rewash them, unfortunately, which is a bummer because I hate using so much water. But the real fun part of the day is we went back to Notre de Fourvière, which is a basilica that sits right on the top of the hill overlooking Lyon Centre-Ville, so like downtown Lyon.
Really pretty.
Mm-hmm.
They're celebrating their 150th year.
So all of the history in there was obviously written in French. So what I got from it was originally built in 1872.
150 years ago.
150 years ago. And it was kind of added on to throughout the years. During the Revolution, it was closed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they reopened. And then they kept adding things, so...
But I think, like, the church spot itself has been there for a very long time.
I think so, yeah.
It just hasn't looked like how it looks today.
Mhm.
But it's a beautiful place. It overlooks all of Lyon. And on really good days, you could see the Swiss Alps.
Clear days.
That day, particularly, it was not clear at all.
Mm-mm.
We were fortunate enough last time we came to Lyon to see the Swiss Alps, and it was a beautiful day that day. And one thing that we noticed when we went on Thursday is that it was very busy. A lot of tourists there.
Tons of tourists. I was not expecting that.
Mm-mm.
On a Thursday,
On Thursday.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I mean, I guess it's a popular place. It's pretty, so. I
Very
get it.
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's our first time taking the tram up there, like the metro. We'd walked before, but
Mm-hmm. It's like a little trolley that goes uphill because it overlooks Lyon, so you got to climb probably 250 to 300 feet of elevation.
something like that.
I'm probably wrong, but it's very high up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we took the tram trolley up and
Then we walked down.
we walked down.
And then we just went to Vieux-Lyon, which is Old Town pretty much, and walked around. Tons of people there too, and wanted a snack, so we got some crepes. I got lemon sugar, and then Kyle got Nutella. And I couldn't remember how to ask for silverware, so we just ate it with our hands, and my hands were so sticky.
Probably, I don't think you're supposed to be eating crepes with your hands.
No, I think people were staring at us, but it's fine.
No. Maybe.
I was kind of embarrassed, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I could have asked, but the lady seemed annoyed and she had a lot of people waiting.
It was busy down there too.
So we just ate them with our hands.
Yep.
But, you know, as one does. Okay, and then Friday, we went to the mall. It's like a mega mall.
It's huge.
There's 4 levels. I don't even know how many stores.
Gosh, a lot.
So many. And, like, a lot of them just look the same, like, with different names. Especially all the clothing stores.
Definitely.
So it's kind of overwhelming. You don't really know where to go.
But it was nice. Like I think the fun part is just like walking and then you're like, oh, there's a store with this, or there's oh, I found skis that were $150. Like that's insane.
Like brand new
Rossignol skis.
Rossignol, yeah.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
But
They're really big on sales, like la promotion.
there was a lot of sales there. Yes.
So we actually found a shirt for him that was on sale. That's really nice.
Maybe I'll wear it in a video.
Well, you'll have to keep watching to find out.
You'll have to keep watching to see what the shirt looks like.
Yep.
Yep.
But yeah, we did that. Found our yoga mats. Did you
Got
already say
yoga
that?
mats. Yep.
Yeah, came home, did a little yoga, and then ate dinner and went to bed.
Yep.
And then the next morning, we were determined to start running again. So we got up and we're at the track. Fortunately, there's a track right by our place.
Yep.
And we ran,
12.5 laps.
so 3.5 miles.
5 kilometers.
Well, 3-ish miles, I guess I should say.
And that was nice. It's good to just get out and
Yeah. Finally
Work
move
the
around
body.
a little bit after
Yeah.
eating so much bread.
yes, we've been carb loading a lot.
But, I mean, it's good. You're in France. When in France. Yeah, and after that, we just hung around. I worked on the blog, and Kyle took a nap.
I
And
did. It was fantastic.
he rolled over, and he's like, hey, like, how's it going? And I was like, I think I lost the blog. I think I accidentally deleted it. So that was kind of a scare.
Yeah, she's so calm about it. So calm.
But fortunately, the customer service was really helpful and was able to get it back for me.
That's good.
Yeah, so there was that, and we went to Boulangerie, which is like a bakery.
Ah,
And
the best bread.
yeah, we definitely realized that there's a difference between
Grocery store bread.
and bakery bread.
Yeah,
Yeah,
huge.
because bakery bread is like crispy on the outside, like ratatouille, how they say the crunch. It's like that, but it's soft and squishy on the inside.
It's so good, and it just tastes good too.
Yeah.
It's
So-
nuts. It's weird. And we ate the bakery's like sandwich
Oh, so
that they
good.
sold there, and it's really good. And for a big baguette sandwich like that big, it's
It
like
was that big. It was like this big.
no, it was a big sandwich. It was like that
Okay.
big.
Take it as you will.
It's like $3.60, right?
Yeah, or 3 euros and 80 cents.
Yeah, $3.80.
So.
Really good deal.
Because a sandwich like that in the States would easily be $8.
And it's delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Up there with Jimmy John's, but for a fraction of the price.
Yes.
So
Totally.
very good. And I would say better because the bread.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's savory. It's really good.
Yeah. So excited to go back there for another sandwich another time.
Did they?
Maybe. But yeah, my stomach hurt that night, so we kind of didn't really do much either.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, the next morning, it was actually daylight savings time, which we didn't realize France participated in.
Mm-mm.
Something I feel like we probably should have known, but we know now.
Yep. So we moved our clocks an hour back.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went grocery shopping again. We kept trying to catch the bus, but it was a Sunday. We can't keep doing this. We can't keep trying to get groceries on Sundays because nowhere's ever open. If they are, it's weird hours, and the buses don't run. And...
Right. So I think we went to go get the bus our first time, and we ended up...
Or just
well,
like
it
never
just
showed
never came.
up.
It was,
never showed up at the scheduled time.
And so we were thinking, maybe it's just not running today. So, okay, well, let's catch this one. And we should get there about 30 minutes before the store closes. We'll just get the necessities for tonight's dinner.
Mm-hmm. And then...
That bus never came.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, that bus never came.
Something like that.
Or it was running late, and so... we were like, well, we'll get there with like 5 minutes to spare. Let's just not rush. Let's check if this other grocery store is open.
Which it was. So
and it was.
They closed for an hour for lunch break, and then they reopened, which is something that's foreign to us because the United States isn't like that.
Right, and I don't think there was any cashiers. It was all just like security guards.
Self-checkout and
just
stuff.
watching, just like monitoring and stuff.
Yeah.
And so third time's a charm. We go to the stop, and we're like, oh, look.
There's the bus we need.
The bus that we were going to catch our first time. It is running today. That's awesome. So we both stand up.
And we walk to the curb, and the bus driver waves at us.
And we wave back at him.
And then so he pulls up.
And he like slows down, like stutters.
Like he's going to stop.
And then he just drives
away. And we just both look at each other like what? And I can't imagine who was laughing at us. Because there's apartments all around. I'm sure someone was laughing at us.
I don't know. It was kind of strange.
But yeah, so that was we have no idea.
Know.
But we caught a different bus after that.
We got on the bus eventually.
But that was that. Went grocery shopping. Oh, we studied for Lingoda because we're doing the Lingoda Super Sprint. So for that, if you take a 1-hour class every day for 60 days, you get all of your money back, which is great. So they teach different languages. It's an online professor, native speaker with other students usually. Yeah, if you take an hour class every day for 60 days, you get all your money back. So we're going to try to do that.
Yeah, I think it's a good deal.
Yeah, so if you're interested, link in description below. This is not sponsored, but if Lingoda wants to sponsor us. Okay, moving on.
So then that night, Lindsay made French onion soup, and it was delicious. It was really good. Yeah. However, we didn't like freeze the onions or put them in the fridge.
So they were really juicy, and my eyes are really sensitive to onions.
So I literally thought she was bawling.
You thought I was like sad. He's like, did I say something? And my eyes are like burning from the onions.
Yeah.
And so that was difficult, but it tasted good.
Yeah.
And
it was good.
Unfortunately, we don't have an oven, so I couldn't like broil cheese on top of the baguette. So that was a little of a disappointment, but we were able to dip the baguette.
And we still have some leftovers, so hyped about that. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all for this past week.
That's about it.
Yeah. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and like this video. And I guess we'll see you next week. Alright, bye-bye! Bisous!
Yeah, a lot of our clothing stank.
Yeah.
Really badly.